I am absolutely thrilled to have you here today because we're tackling something that's incredibly practical and honestly entirely within your control. We're talking about how to engineer a truly spectacular day. So often we treat a good day like a lucky weather forecast, right? Like it's just something that happens to us by accident if the stars magically align. But as we'll see as we unpack the research today, a spectacular day is actively architected. It's built from the ground up through really small, intentional choices that shape your mindset and your energy. You absolutely do not need a perfect schedule or flawless circumstances. You literally just need intention. So, I want to start by dropping you right into this. What does a good day actually look like to you? Seriously, take a second to just genuinely picture it. Are you moving a million miles an hour, checking off goals, and just conquering the world? Or are you sitting in a quiet room somewhere, sipping tea, with absolutely zero demands on your time? Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that most of us fall pretty squarely into one of two camps. On one side, we've got productivity and accomplishment. That deep, satisfying feeling of just checking things off lists. And on the other side, we have peace and relaxation, literally just doing whatever your heart desires without a single care in the world. But here's the secret. Regardless of which ideal you actually prefer, achieving it doesn't come down to luck. No way. It comes down to intentional choices and really managing our inner life. So let's break down exactly how to do that hour by hour.
Part 1. Morning. Creating momentum. Because, your mornings are absolutely crucial for setting that energetic tone for the rest of the day.
Okay, let's dive into this. It's great to have massive idealized dreams, right? I mean, they give our lives meaning, but waking up and staring at this gigantic, seemingly impossible mountain every single morning, that can lead to some immense frustration. So we're replacing that frustration with simple micro-goal steps. Sure, identify the large goal, but then you gotta break it down. Just focus on one or two small steps for the day, or honestly, even just the hour. And here is the absolutely crucial part. Acknowledge the win. That tiny dopamine hit from a small win, that is exactly what builds real unstoppable morning momentum.
And speaking of momentum, let's look at how movement builds our morning energy. Your physical health is so deeply tied to your mental well-being. Regular movement gets the blood flowing, it reduces pain, builds resilience against injury, and it releases those beautiful endorphins. Those happy hormones that actually get you excited about life. But please, hear me on this. Keeping moving doesn't mean you have to do some intense, grueling workout at the gym. Actually, scratch that, it doesn't have to be a workout at all. A short neighborhood walk, a quick yoga stretch, or even just a spontaneous living room dance break while your coffee brews can completely trigger these incredible benefits.
Part 2. Midday. Navigating the slump. Let's shift our timeline to the busiest and, honestly, usually the most stressful part of the day and figure out how to hit reset. I love this quote. It's been said that at our core, humans are still animals, and we are meant to be outdoors. It is so easy to forget this when we're just chained to our desks all day. But swapping just a few minutes of screen time for, say, a walking phone call, or simply eating your lunch outside on a bench, it can completely reset your mood. Getting out into the fresh air, the sunshine, the open vistas, it helps regulate your internal clock and gives you a whole new perspective on whatever massive ball of stress is currently sitting in your inbox. And here's another incredible midday stress buster, the power of pets. Human connection is essential, for sure, but do not overlook the profound joy of an animal's companionship. Whether it's a dog, a cat, maybe a scaly friend. Taking just a little time to cuddle a pet provides this relentlessly positive and usually hilarious presence that cuts right through midday stress. I mean, they make us feel loved and needed, and they naturally reduce our negative thoughts. And hey, if you don't have a pet of your own, volunteering at a local shelter is an amazing way to get a healthy dose of happy while giving back to your community.
But you gotta beware of a major midday trap. In the total hubbub of a busy afternoon, it is incredibly easy to make quick, low-barrier choices. We grab the fast food, we impulse buy something online, we mindlessly consume things just to get a really quick hit of satisfaction. But those impulsive choices, they usually just leave us feeling more stressed, overwhelmed, and physically bloated. To actually have a better day, we have to practice mindful consumption. We need to be highly intentional with our time, our energy, and, of course, our hard-won cash.
And this brilliantly illustrates one of the biggest areas where we need that mindful consumption: our screens. Look, yes, technology is a total gift. It gives us instant connection, endless information, the whole shebang. But the downsides are severe. A constant barrage of notifications leads to a severe lack of focus, this kind of low-grade addiction, and deep anxiety from those never-ending negative news cycles. This is exactly why a midday digital detox is so vital. Use that Do Not Disturb feature on your phone to set some healthy boundaries. Basically, you need to take control of your devices so they don't take control of your day.
Also, amidst all this midday hustle, remember to simply be kind. Look, the world can sometimes be a mean, highly stressful place, but you absolutely do not have to match its energy. Making an active choice to put the needs of others first, even in tiny ways, is proven to reduce your own stress and actually boost your self-esteem. It doesn't have to be some grand gesture. Just listen fully when a coworker speaks, offer a really sincere compliment to a cashier, or just practice a little patience in a frustrating traffic jam. It creates a massive, positive ripple effect for everyone around you.
Now, as the afternoon drags on, it is so incredibly easy to let your day be totally dictated by responsibilities, deadlines, and what everyone else needs from you. But it's absolutely crucial to pursue what you love. Carve out a pocket of time, even if it's literally just 10 minutes, to remind yourself that the day is still yours. Find tiny aspects of your work that actually light you up, or dedicate a few minutes to a personal hobby. Your responsibilities should never dictate your entire existence. You absolutely have to make space for joy.
Part 3, Evening. Wind down and prepare. So now, we're going to slow things down a bit to match the evening mood, moving from that hectic afternoon into a space of calm reflection and preparation.
In the crazy rush of daily life, our brains naturally fixate on what went wrong or what's still missing. It's just how we're wired. But gratitude forces a pause. So the absolutely crucial point here is to challenge yourself not to write down the same thing twice from one day to the next. If you force yourself to find brand new things to be grateful for, you actively train your brain to seek out life's richness and to naturally notice the positive things happening throughout your day. It completely grounds you. Because here's the thing, a truly good day actually starts the night before. Let me walk you through how to do it. At 8 p.m., start that digital detox. Seriously, get the phone completely out of the bedroom so you aren't doom scrolling in the dark. Maybe switch to an old school alarm clock. Then, at 9 p.m., hit that gratitude journal we just talked about. And finally, at 10 p.m., take just a few minutes to tidy up your physical space and write out tomorrow's simple to-do list. By resetting your environment and your priorities tonight, you give yourself the ultimate gift, a calm start. You ensure that you never, ever wake up feeling like you're already behind.
So, we've covered building morning momentum, navigating that midday slump, and setting up the ultimate evening wind down. But, as we all know, knowledge is only power if you actually apply it. So, what does this all mean for you right now? What small choice will you make today? Which one of these simple, intentional habits are you going to implement right away to start actively architecting your own spectacular day?